Alright guys, 2008 Mazdaspeed 3 2.3 turbo. We're going to put an amp in it today. What's in the box? What's in the box? Got this Rockville underseat amp and speaker in one off Amazon. Had good reviews. Let's see if it's true. Got some amplifier kit, speaker, box inside a box inside a box. Ooh. Wiring. Let's see what we got here. Made out of billet aluminum, like the article said. Controls. Remote cable. Gonna wire that bad boy in. Got a bracket. Got the remote. Instructions, nobody needs those. I'll tell you to put this thing in. Put that in the bag. Let's see what we got in here. Alright, speaker wire. More screws and bits. Instructions. Some wires. This is the included kit. It's only an 8-10 inch speaker. Let's see. It's only 400 watts, 8 inch speaker, so it's not going to use that much power. It's not too worried about feeding it a lot of amperage. So it comes with a remote cord, power fuse, inline fuse. Sort through this rat's nest, and we'll be back. Alright, we're back. So here's the installation instructions. Pretty basic. Battery amp, how to put terminals on, how to put a ground on. We're not going to use that. Came with RCA wires. I'm not sure why it has this, maybe for picking up another speaker. Not going to use that. Trash it. This is going to be your power cord. This will be your negative. We're going to put some ends on that, install it. There's a nice little remote. We're going to install that. Cable for remote goes all the way back to the amp and the amp itself. Already taken out these panels here. They just pretty much pop out. Just be careful. Use an interior tool. Pull out these panels. I'm going to take the seat out to get easier access. Some guys work underneath the seat. I have to work for speed where I'm at. I'm going to tap into the battery through one of the distribution boxes. So a lot of guys will come up here, drill a hole in the wall or shove a wire through and come all the way up here, or that installation's in the elements and getting wet all the time. There's another way you can do that. So we're going to do it through the car's power distribution system. Alright, to get the seat out, you just pull these guys off. 14mm impact gun. Had to turn up the power a little bit on that one. Alright, these got an airbag hookup on the bottom. You want to disconnect that. I usually get the seat up first, like that. There's a little lock right here. Sometimes it can be difficult. And it swings up and out. Okay, this is airbag, the yellow one. You do not want to cross those or get static electricity on those. It'll make either the airbag go off. Yeah, in this case the airbag, or some cars have a early retract for the seat belt. And then you have to replace it, so that sucks. Seat out. Way more space to work with here. Way more space. So we're gonna open this up so we can get our harnessing in. See where we go from there. We're gonna stick our brackets on. Make sure you get the taps in the right direction. Don't put them upside down. Start your screws first. Turn your gun on low. And after researching a good place to put this, I think I'm just going to zip tie it to the carpet because there's nothing to pick up underneath here. And it's not a big banging speaker. I don't think it's going to rattle itself out. Got this vent in the way for heat. And so I'm just going to cut me some slits in the carpet, put some black zip ties there, and that'll keep it from moving around. I think we shouldn't have any vibration issues because of the carpet. You know, it's going to kind of isolate it. As long as this isn't touching the frame of the seat, should be okay. I'm going to test that in just a minute. Alright, it looks like that's what we're going to do. Not completely ideal, but I don't ever have people riding behind me in the car, and you can still get your feet in here. You can also put your feet up on top of it like that. So the rubber mat's not going to fit very well, so I may cut it. Haven't decided yet. I may just stick it like that. But either way, I'm going for ease of installation, not super fancy. Got our zip ties in place. You get the idea. Stripped, crimped. The power line from the harness goes in the amp to the supplied cabling. I use these little guys that have heat shrink on them, and they just shrink down after you're done for a nice tight fit. That will never come apart. It has a little glue, never come apart. It's starting to get our harness together here. Got our connections made, remote, hot, and ground. And you guys probably say, hey, there's metal peeking out. Yes, there is a little metal peeking out. This isn't the greatest equipment. However, unless you were in a fatal accident or you threw a bunch of tacks underneath the seat, which is going to be covered by carpet, nothing's going to touch these, and that's what the fuse is for anyway. So let me get this harness finished up, start the touch up here. Got the harness installed, got the RCA installed, remote wire, cut a slit in the floor, run it underneath here, follow the racetrack that's already in the car, and I found this convenient little spot to put my ground, so I put my supplied crimp on there using the existing bolt. I'm just going to stick it in there and run it in. Lefty loosey. Getting things put back in here. Get the wires all tucked in. Everything's put back together. About to put the seat in. Tune the amp up. I ended up running the remote wire and the RCAs through here, and the power wire over to here underneath is a power distribution box. So I just had a nut on there that took the nut loose for the power that feeds that distribution box, and put a crimp on the end of it and a loop, and put that back on the bolt. Now I got power coming in. Ended up putting the remote over here, so now I can turn it up and down right there next to my knee. Tuned it the best I could, and I can also turn up the bass in the Eon unit as well. Do you like it? Do you like it? Come here. Do you like the new stereo? Hmm? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, we got the speaker in now. It's got decent bass. Probably can't tell, but it's what I wanted. Just a little bit of bass, and I can turn it up and down.